Okie dokie. Welcome everyone to our informational session here with FRC. I am founder and CEO Jennifer Anderson, and I'd like to share just a few pieces about FRC, First Responder Coaching, a little bit about what coaching is, what that looks like, and how we can support you as well as your organization moving forward. So without further ado, let us get started. So Blue Line Coaching was originally established in 2021. As my spouse was a police officer for many years in an urban city here in Massachusetts and suffered a mental health break. And I saw the need for services as a proactive approach to health and wellness. Why are we just sitting around waiting for the challenges and the trauma to build and build? And so I established Blue Line Coaching as a way to help provide support as the upstream approach to health and wellness within our first responder world. Again, that was established in 2021. Shortly thereafter, we recognized that the larger population of the entire first responder community could benefit from coaching, and therefore we launched our DBA of First Responder Coaching in the fall of 2021. It was a pretty quick realization that our members of our first responder community as a whole were in need of this proactive approach. Fast forward just a few years now, we have trained over 70 coaches across the country. They are stationed in 23 different states and Canada. We are serving dozens of departments with hundreds of people within our coaching organization. And here are just a few of them in that picture there of our amazing coaches that we have through FRC. So one of the questions we get all the time is, well, what is coaching? What does it look like? And so what I'd like to start off with is a brief discussion about the different levels of listening. I think it's very, very true in our community where oftentimes we aren't taught how to listen. We aren't taught and don't take the time to listen explicitly for what is being told or shared to us that would highlight challenges that are going on to support our community members. So the first level of listening I'd like to share with you is level one. When we're in a level one state of listening, it's really about how does this relate to me? What is it that I'm going to get out of this conversation? When we're listening at this level, we want to interject our own ideas and thoughts and feelings. And this is really a place of passive listening. Yeah, we're thinking about what's for dinner. We're thinking about, the kids. We're not really actively engaging in it at all. The second level of listening is level two. So listening for understanding. We're going to ask questions maybe that will help us to understand as individuals what it is that the person is trying to communicate. It's still surface level. It's about what do I understand? How do I get, what do I get out of this conversation? And while that's supportive, it's a type of supportive listening, it doesn't dig down to the true understanding and meaning of what people are saying and sharing. And that's where coaching comes in. Our coaches not only are within the first responder community themselves, but are trained in these levels of listening. So the active listening parts, hearing to not just understand what's being communicated, but understand the meaning behind what's being communicated. We talk about listening with our big ears, right? Not just for what's being said, but also for what's not being said. How is the person communicating? What is their body language? How are they choosing words? That is where true listening and understanding within a coaching relationship is so incredibly important. So let's talk real quickly about this proactive versus reactive world. Right now, the way it's established in our first responder community, we have some amazing resources that have been established for reactive situations and scenarios. Once a first responder has attempted suicide or a marriage has in fact led to divorce, right? But we need to start having difficult conversations as we're moving through the career, at the beginning of the career, during transitions in our careers, at the admin level, at the bottom, at the union levels, at all levels of our first responder experiences. Now, I put up some of these statistics, yet we know that the first responder community, in terms of the statistics and the reporting of such things, is very limited, right? We know that these numbers are not accurate for a number of different reasons, right? Our first responder community doesn't want to be seen as weak, right? Doesn't want to have the job taken away from them. And so therefore, oftentimes these statistics are severely underreported. So we know already, right, within our fields and the years that we've been working, or maybe you're just new to the job, but we know that it's not a matter of if trauma occurs, it truly is a matter of when trauma occurs. That no matter how much experience you have on the job, that you will experience traumatic incidences, as we say, oftentimes that, we're going to their people and other people's worst day of their lives. And so no matter where you are, whether you're a volunteer department or a full-time department, the job is going to provide a lot of weight on your shoulders day in and day out. I believe the average human endures 3 to 5 traumatic incidences within their life. And our first responder community, that could be 3 to 5 experiences in a shift. That adds weight and the level of trauma to their shoulders. So having conversations and discussing, coaching, listening are all attributes of how to prevent our traumas from becoming crisis. So when we have conversations about what is coaching, everyone understands that a sports coach is the person that's out there yelling and screaming and telling people what to do. And while there are some similarities between coaching in football or softball or soccer or baseball, there are differences that are very important that I'd like to share with you today. So we're going to discuss those differences and when it's beneficial, what does it look like, and some of those benefits. So what coaching is, what does that look like? What type of a relationship is a coachee relationship? Really what it is, it's about listening. We live by our 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time our coaches are listening and understanding what is being said and the true meaning behind that active listening, right? And the other 20% of the time, our coaches are asking very powerful questions and they are encouraging movement. One of the key pieces to understanding what coaching looks like is this concept of GPSing life, that as a coach, we help you to understand where you are now and where you want to be. And we help you navigate how to get where you would like to be. So some of the ways that we incorporate, some of the things that we incorporate within our coaching is goal setting, leadership building, the communication skills with improved levels of health, physical wellness, job satisfaction, life satisfaction, absolutely are outcomes you can expect to have when engaged in a coaching relationship. So something I like to share with you is ultimately what coaching is not, and the differences between coaching and therapy and mentoring and counseling and such. So I'm going to take a quick second to leave this slide up because this is an important distinction, important slide to share the distinctions in terms of these relationships. So a coach is seeing the person being coached as the expert in their own lives, right? You are an expert in your own life. And so it's the coach's responsibility to ask powerful questions and listen in order to help people provide perspective, to gain perspective about where they are. We assume that you are healthy and you are ready to move forward and make decisions and create goals and seek impact and changes in your own life. We ask questions to promote discovery and to help people, again, identify where they are now and how they would like to move forward to get to where they want to be. It differs from a counselor or a mentor because the counselor and mentor are often the experts in the situation, right? We go to a mentor because they have had experiences on the job, experiences in life that we ask their advice on or in, right? Their experiences help to diagnose, help to solicit information or advice, right? They are the ones who are asking questions in order to understand and promote healing or promote the transition of knowledge, right? The transaction of knowledge within a mentorship capacity. And that is not what coaching is. Coaching helps in overarching in ways that, again, promote discovery, and you are the expert in your own life. So distinct differences there I like to share. In terms of when coaching can be beneficial, literally anytime, right? We have conversations in coaching at the beginning of career. We talk about retention rates and recruitment rates. Right now, I know that there's a very large challenge when it comes to the recruitment and retention of our first responder community members. And I feel strongly, and FRC is here to prove that having coaching sessions at the beginning of a career to improve those recruitment and retention rates is absolutely necessary. So having conversations at the beginning of a career about where are you now? What are some of your goals? How do you want to move through those goals to accomplish satisfaction in all areas of your life are as beneficial, again, at the beginning of a career, years into a career, as people are transitioning out of a career. That's also to keep in mind. Our retirement, what is that going to look like? And some of us might only be on the job for a few years or ready to be transitioning out of the career. And what is that going to look like? And coaching can help you understand where you are and, again, where you want to be. Other times that coaching can be beneficial, including marriages, children, transitions in terms of financial challenges or changes, promotions, demotions, family additions. I know oftentimes departments bid for different schedules, and so the schedules and the routines can be a challenge for families to move through. And coaching absolutely can support those changes within your lives. So what does it look like? What is exactly it that we do, here at FRC, and what coaching looks like within departments or organizations? So here's a little information. Not only can we coach people one-on-one, we offer specifically one-on-one services for individual first responders and their family members. And we offer a number of different resources for that level of coaching here. We also offer group coaching, which, again, if your department or organization or members of your family might be interested in learning more about where they are and where you are in your journey as a first responder, that can be a very helpful, beneficial time. Couples, for sure. Again, I'd like to reiterate that all of our coaches, those 70+ coaches that are here within first responder coaching, are within the first responder community. So we have that understanding of what it's like to be a spouse or a first responder who's communicating with their admin or with their significant other, with their children, through conflict and through changes. We also offer department and organization packages in terms of offering individual departments the opportunity to bring coaches and coaching external resources and internal resources into their departments through our coach certification class, which is a full 12-week course that we offer, as well as a using coach approach training. That coach approach training is a 6-week training that provides resources for organizations that have peer support programming or access to CISM teams, as noted here. So in terms of what the offering of what coaching is and how we can support coaching through FRC, we offer a lot of opportunities to bring coaching to you and your departments. So some overarching benefits, right? We provide benefits in terms of the way that we coach through happier employees, stronger, healthier employees, employees who want to be at work. I know our first responders get into the job because of either their own experiences or their need, desire, and want to help others. And this is truly how coaching can support that way, that experience and support that understanding and continue to leave that level of enthusiasm throughout the career, right? Leadership skills. Again, not just necessarily at the admin level, but we all have informal leaders within our organizations that people turn to and want to talk to. So we provide support for them as well. Improve levels of communication, obviously decreases in loss of time and employee leaves because someone who is experiencing coaching, again, has a better understanding of where they want to be and how to get there. Increasing trust, increasing levels of communication, longevity, again, advancement opportunities, retention. I cannot stress enough how coaching can provide support for that. Challenges within stress. We offer a number of different types of assessments that help people to evaluate the levels of stress that are occurring in their lives, as well as evaluate the levels of well-being that they're experiencing in their lives. And so it's important to have a baseline, right? It's important to have communication around where are you now in terms of the level of stress that you're experiencing. And with word resiliency being such a buzzword in our community right now, how do we quantify what that looks like? How do we put a number on what someone's resiliency looks like over another person's resiliency? And so we, through coaching and our resources and tools, are able to help establish that baseline and help people move toward reducing their levels of stress and improving their levels of well-being, including resilience, right? To create safer, clearer-minded and concise employees who are getting the job done and getting it done well. So that's our basic overview of what coaching is, what it looks like, who is it beneficial for, and the people who are on this call today. Thank you so much for your time. I'd like to make sure that we also share out the fact that we are hosting our first responder coaching conference in November. So save the dates for November 11th, 12th, and 13th. The conference will be held on the 12th and 13th at the Kalahari Resort in the Poconos, and we cannot wait to share and create more champions of coaching. Looking forward to sharing more information about coaching resources, creating stronger coaching resources and individuals who can go back to their departments to share what coaching is and what it looks like for themselves and other communities. So please don't hesitate to reach out at any point after this information session ends. I'm looking forward to hearing back from everyone in terms of their ideas, their comments, their questions, and how that we can best support them and you as individuals moving through the challenges of our first responder life. So again, thank you so much for attending today's informational session. I'm Jennifer Anderson, founder, CEO, and look forward to contacting and speaking with you individually. Have a great day.